Yeah, man. It's the homie Hood Legend back with some more football talk. Today we here to talk about, can the Kansas City Chiefs go in there and three-peat this year? Can they three-peat? I think they can. I think they can. They are on the verge of doing something that no team in the NFL has ever done in the history of the NFL. Patrick Mahomes, arguably the greatest quarterback of all time, can go out there and he can throw his team to another Super Bowl. But first, they got to get past the Buffalo Bills. They got to get past the Buffalo Bills. They lost to the Bills. Really, their only loss this year came from the Buffalo Bills in Buffalo. And you know what I think? I think Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills actually took everything they had and put it into that game. I don't think they got another one like in them. I don't. I really don't. They was in Buffalo, but now we in Arrowhead. What can they do in Arrowhead? If Josh Allen goes on the road and he goes out there and he beats Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs, crown that man a Super Bowl champion because he go and win it. But do I think it's possible? No, I do not. I do not think it's possible. I really don't. I really don't. Patrick Mahomes, I know Rasheem Rice got hurt earlier in the season. Travis Kelce, TK, 8-7 ain't been looking like the guy who he normally be. He ain't been running his routes and catching passes and things like that. But guess what? Xavier Worthy has been stepping up. Hollywood Brown has just came back into the fold. Juju Smith-Schuster is out there making blocks. Come on now. It seems like one man down, the next man up. It's kind of like the Kansas City kind of like formula. You know what I'm saying? You know, Big Red, Andy Reid is not going to sit there and let them guys lose. You're going to play a competitive match with Andy Reid. Steve Spagnuolo going to be drawing up blitzes. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's going Trick McDuffie going to be like screaming off the edge. Come on, man. The Kansas City Chiefs can really actually go out there and three-peat. I really think they can. I really think they can. Do they have the high power, high flying offense like they had when they had Tyreek Hill? No, they missed Tyreek Hill. But all in all, Patrick Mahomes can dink and dunk, and he still got the arm to be a gunslinger and throw it down the field with the speed of Xavier Worthy. But does he have to do that? No. Andy Reid draws up the offensive genius that he is. He draws up certain plays to get mixed matches on the outside. You have a linebacker versus a wide receiver. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on now. So I feel like the Kansas City Chiefs could actually go in there and three-peat this year. I know they can. It just got to be lined up. Everything got to line up. But it's going to be a close game. Buffalo and Josh Allen is not going to come out there and lay down like a dead dog in the middle of the street. They're not going to do that. They're not. Josh Allen is going to go out there and he going to try to take their heads off. He's going to go out there. He's going to try to play every down like it's his last. He know he never been to a Super Bowl before. Don't you think he want to make it past Patrick Mahomes? 13 seconds. He dream about 13 seconds. I bet you Josh Allen worst number is 13 because that's what the Kansas City Chiefs did to them in 13 seconds. They drove the ball down the field and kicked the field goal and won and sent them home. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, let's see what Stephen A and the boys got to say on First Take. You know what I'm saying? Let's see what they got to say about it. You know what I'm saying? We go see what they got to say. What you got to say, Stephen A?
How epic would a three-peat be?
It would be epic. There's no question about it. It's never been done in the history of football. And so when you got a situation, particularly with how we talk about today's game, although it's been softened to some degree because you got rules and regulations that have invaded the proceedings and essentially took away some of the roughhouse tactics. The bottom line is it's still the most physical game out there. This is National Football League. And to be in this era with these outstanding athletes, the way the game has evolved and the kind of athletes that you have to go up against to repeat 1, 2, 3, to three-peat as a Super Bowl champion.
Facts. To even get one is hard. To even get to one Super Bowl is hard enough, let alone talking about back-to-back and then three-peating. Even to get to one is hard. I can name a couple of franchises who ain't went to a Super Bowl since Patrick Mahomes been in the league. It's hard to get there. Come on, man. Let's just keep it 100. Let's just keep that thing 1,000. Let's get back into it. What you got to say, Stephen A?
all of those years, especially when you consider it's the same quarterback, it's the same tight end, it's the same head coach, it's the same defensive coordinator. When you look at these guys, somehow, some way, you would think at some point somebody would answer the call. If you fail to do so and they win a three-peat, Tom Brady didn't even win back-to-back Super Bowl titles. It would be huge for the sport. It would be huge for the city. It would be huge for the franchise. And it would cement Patrick Mahomes as the greatest quarterback in the history of the National Football League.
Facts. I totally agree with that. For a man to go out there and win 3 Super Bowls back to back to back, he is the GOAT. I know Brady got 7. But at the end of the day, he did not do 3 of them things back to back to back. He didn't. He couldn't, because listen, people don't understand. When you win the Super Bowl, everybody is gunning for you the next year. The game that they played you is their Super Bowl. So they want to beat you even if it ain't in the playoffs. They don't want you to even make the playoffs the next year. So Patrick Mahomes, for him to win these 3 Super Bowls consecutively, you know what I'm saying? He will be the greatest of all time. Seriously, there's no denying that. The greatest of all time. I really totally wholeheartedly agree with that.
Can I throw cold water on this CP nonsense?
Yeah.
And I've done this 1,000 times. In the name of Jerry Kramer, you would appreciate it.
I like Jerry Kramer.
Dave Robinson and a great Lombardi. The Packers would have beaten the Buffalo Bills in 1965 if there was a Super Bowl. The following year, they killed the Chiefs in the Super Bowl I. And the following year after that, they killed the Raiders in Super Bowl II. What, Jack Kemp would have beaten Lombardi in 65. Remember, they beat the Browns and Jim Brown, who was the defending champion.
Mad Dog, stop. What are you talking about, Mad Dog? What are you talking about? He's trying to say that another team would have already three-peated before the Chiefs, before they were starting to count Super Bowls. Come on, Mad Dog. Stop it, man. Stop the nonsense. I don't want to hear it, Mad Dog. I don't.
To win the championship in 65.
You're about to turn me to a mad cat. So you need to go ahead and just hush.
There was no Super Bowl. So they won in 65, 66, and 67. That's the three-peat.
Okay.
This is ridiculous with the three-peat. The Lombardi did it. Don't laugh at me. The Lombardi did it.
I am. I'm laughing at you.
Okay.
What are you talking about? I'm laughing at you. No, Mad Dog, I'm not letting you get away with this. I'm not. I'm laughing at you. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? You talking about there was already a three-peat before the Kansas City Chiefs ever even thought about doing it? Get out of here, man. You're wrong. You're wrong. And the stuff that comes out of your mouth is just blasphemous. Crazy. I think you're talking from another hole on your body. That's not your mouth. Okay? Mad Dog, coming out of here with this nonsense. Get your butt up out of here.
He did it. I fully agree. It was an accomplishment back then, and it's an incredible accomplishment for them and what they did. The game has completely changed. You have to do this. And I'm not even talking about what Steve said. It was about the players. The rules of our game are set up for parity. We have a draft now. We have free agency now. You can't stash players on your quote practice squad or taxi squad and keep them on there for 5 years, pay them whatever you want to do. The game has been created because.
Thank you, Jeff. Jeff Saturday. That man knows what he's talking about. Mad Dog, you can't do all this stuff that they did back in the day, trying to three-peat before they even counted the Super Bowls. Get out of here, man. Go ahead, Jeff.
Owners want a shot. Unfortunately, no one has been able to beat the Chiefs the last 2 years, and now they have another opportunity to make this. If they win this one, it is the greatest dynasty in NFL history.
Facts.
It can't be close because of all the rules, the way it's all set up, the way that every player can now hit the free agent market. That's what makes this so remarkable, is that they've done it in so many ways. And think about just Patrick Mahomes has been to 7 AFC championship games straight up in 7 years. It's unbelievable. But
he has been unstoppable. He has been unstoppable. If it wasn't for a penalty, like when they played Brady and the Patriots, I think it was one of them last years that they may have won a Super Bowl. Patrick Mahomes would have went to that Super Bowl and won it. It was an offsides call. I think it was in overtime. Somebody was offsides. They called it back. Brady got the ball in overtime and won the game. Let's not forget that. Let's not forget it. It's crazy. Go ahead. Go ahead.
To repeat, when you get to the dance and can close it and win it, that's going through Josh Allen last season, going through Lamar Jackson last season, and he'll go through Josh Allen again. And whoever wins the NFC, I'm with Stephen A on this. It's 100%. This is insanity. I mean, it'd be the most massive story in NFL history. And don't get Chiefs fatigue, whatever it is. This is a team doing something that we all wish we could be a part of as players.
65. 65. 65.
Stop it.
A lot of shoulds, a lot of woods, and that's
You know, they're going to beat the Buffalo
Mad dog.
Bills in 1965.
I don't care about hypothetical.
Hypothetical. I think the Chiefs the next year. Did you think the Commanders would have beat the Lions last week? They did. I took the point.
Mad Dog is crazy. Mad Dog, what are you talking about? This guy is crazy, man. Mad Dog is wild.
I took one. Last week. Did I tell you that?
Wow.
I took one. And the over. But I do think the 3-peat. Listen, I do think that the Packer one does get a little misguided. They did win 3. Be fair. They did. I agree that 100%. It's incredible no matter when you do it, but this time because you think it's harder and everything else. Draft, free agency, all the things, and literally the owners. And this sounds counterintuitive. The truth of it is,
it is harder. It's equivalent to a college football team winning the championship 3 years back to back to back with the transfer portal, with everything going on. That's the equivalency to free agency in the NFL. For a college team to win the national championship back to back to back 3 years straight is extremely hard. That's why the Nick Sabans was at the top of the list. That's why the Kirby Smarts was at the top of the list. You know what I'm saying? Because these guys had top-notch programs. The Chiefs are a top-notch NFL team association that, like, they have shuffled receivers. They've shuffled linemen. They had trouble on the offensive line. They put in a guard at a tackle spot. They're doing all types of stuff to win these games. Everybody is coming for them. And for them to still go out there and perform and still be in championship games with an opportunity to go to the Super Bowl, come on, man. No other team has ever done this, ever in history. It's crazy.
the owners want parity because they all want a shot at this thing, right? They want the NFL wants teams to recycle, so fans and all that. The Chiefs just keep dumping water on this thing. There's a picture before the Houston game last week of him hugging the Clay Martin.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
And how about these calls? This is ridiculous. I mean, how about this nonsense? He's trying to get a 15-yard penalty. He's mocking the official. Give it to him.
No, he's not. Look, that's what happens, man. That's what happens, Mad Dog. The refs did not help Kansas City win. The Kansas City Chiefs win that game last week. They didn't. They won it. I can see if they won by 3 points, 1 point, 2 points. They won the game. You have to protect the quarterback. The quarterback is the most delicate position, and they're the highest paid position on the field, which means the players have to give a certain level of respect to the quarterback when he's in that pocket or when he's traveling outside of that pocket. You can only touch him a certain type of way, and everybody knows this. It's in the rule books. What are you talking about, Mad Dog? Everybody's talking about the refs help Kansas City win the game, this, that, and the third. No. They're trying to set a narrative. So when the Kansas City Chiefs actually go on the field this weekend, they don't want the refs to call anything. Come on, man. Stop the madness. Stop it, Mad Dog. I do not want to hear it. Seriously. Crazy.
You got the 2 late hits. The first one gave him 3 points, third and 8. That was
a terrible call on Will Anderson. And then he had the second one where he got the 15 yards with some
What was the first one that he hit him in the head?
That was a terrible call. No, you can't get that call. They get every call. Jeff, they get every call known to man.
You cannot hit the quarterback above the waist. Everybody knows this, Mad Dog. What are you talking about? You're hitting the quarterback above the waist. It's going to get called every time. I don't care what quarterback that is, Daniel Jones, Patrick Mahomes. I don't care what quarterback it is, it's getting called. It is getting called. You can go out there, Mad Dog, and suit up as a quarterback and play a quarterback and have somebody hit you in the chin and see if it get called. It will. It's just a rule that is implemented in the NFL. What are you talking about?
Doesn't get every call.
Michael Jordan got it. Josh Allen doesn't get these calls. Josh Allen doesn't get these calls because he's a big guy. He don't get the calls. Mahomes gets every call known to man. And how about the game against the Raiders the day after Thanksgiving when Goodell was on the phone and he changed the call? Hey, they get it.
You have no evidence of that. You have no proof of that. Goodell picked up the phone.
He called up late. We gotta have the Chiefs at the top team. Well, let me ask you,
Stop it, Mad Dog.
If you're going to go this far with this dribble, this
Stop
asinine
madness.
what you're giving,
Stop
what
madness.
would be the motivation? Why do you think the NFL is doing that since you so believe they're doing it?
Well, Taylor Swift does air.
So you blaming Taylor Swift. You're blaming Taylor Swift and the Swifties.
Stop it. Stop it, man. Stop it. Taylor Swift has nothing to do with this. Taylor Swift has nothing to do with this. Stop the madness, Mad Dog. Stop it. Taylor Swift has nothing to do with this, man. The world are you talking about? This dude is crazy. He's talking about and Caitlin Clark at the game. Okay. Caitlin Clark cannot come see a NFL game. She can't come and see it. You talking about, Mad Dog? Stop it.
Anyone with $10,000 or more
Stop it, man.
credit card debt or personal loans may qualify
Mad
for help
Dog done
from
lost his mind.
national
That's
debt relief.
what's gonna
Minimum payments
happen.
could literally keep you in debt for decades. $10,000 in debt can take anywhere
43.3. Both of them
Head
have
to
a total
head.
of 9 touchdowns.
Head to head.
Only Josh Allen has 1 turnover. But that's it.
Yeah.
Okay, 35.7 points per game for the Chiefs, 28 points per game for the
Okay.
Bills. The Chiefs allowed 28 points. The Buffalo Bills allowed 35.7 points. There you go.
Defense.
That's what it is.
100%.
We've held Lamar Jackson accountable for quite some time. Even going into the game, we said there was more pressure on him than it is on Josh Allen. Now that he's home, you're looking at Josh Allen. Wait a minute now. You're stud your damn self. 3 games against Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs, and you haven't won one playoff game.
Sure.
This is like, so in other words, I'm saying we assume he's going to perform.
Can you get it done? That's it. That's the last call that you need to answer. Can you get it done, Josh Allen? Because you lost 3 times to Patrick Mahomes. If you don't get it done this time, you cannot beat him. He is the bully that bullied you all the way up through your NFL career. You cannot make it past the bully. Joe Burrow did. Can you do it? I don't think you can. I really don't think you can. You've answered every other call this season. Can you answer this call by getting past Patrick Mahomes in Arrowhead? Can you do it? You got to show us. It's all up to you. The way you played last week with 127 yards passing, I don't think that's enough. I don't think that's enough. I really don't. You got to come out there and you got to go toe-to-toe with Patrick Mahomes. And I know the Kansas City Chiefs have not been putting up a lot of points this season. But guess what? Nobody asks you to put up a 50 burger every time you go on the field. They just ask you to win the damn game. That's it. Just win the damn game. I don't care if you score 3 points. Just win the damn game. But can you go out there this weekend and have a miraculous performance? A performance that's going to cement your legacy in the playoffs and let people know that you are serious about your craft and what you do and what you want. You beat Lamar Jackson. You beat Patrick Mahomes. You go into the Super Bowl and maybe you beat Jaden Daniels or Jalen Hurts. What, like, is this going to be part of your legacy or not? Because if you don't get past Patrick Mahomes, I don't think you're going to ever get it done in your career. You might as well hang up your shoulder pads and your helmet and either play another position or either just not play Patrick Mahomes or hope somebody else beat them so that way y'all don't have to see them when it's time to get there. So I don't know if Josh Allen can pull this off, man. We go see. We're gonna see.
But what we need to say is, you had better perform. This is on him. You got to show up. In other words, don't let it be you. You got to show up and do what we're accustomed to seeing you do. Let it be on the Bills defense. You got to show up to Josh Allen.
Yeah, from the quarterback angle, obviously Mahomes owns him 3-0. Right, fourth meeting.
But he's played well in the game.
Well.
Yeah.
But how much pressure do you feel like Matt Dog is on Mahomes? On Allen's side.
I disagree with Steve. I think the pressure's on Buffalo. I think they need to win the game. I think the pressure's on McDermott. McDermott can't screw this game up. He screwed it up 3 years ago with that stupid kickoff.
Yeah.
In the last 13 seconds, they didn't rush Mahomes. He did a terrible job.
And he may be true on that. He say a lot of crazy stuff, Mad Dog, but you may be right on that. If Doug McDermott does not win this game, his days in Buffalo is numbered. He's out the door. We done seen NFL teams fire a couple of coaches this year. Head coach for the Chicago Bears, out of here. Antonio Pierce for the Las Vegas Raiders, out of here. You know what I'm saying? We done seen a couple of coaches get up out of here. You know what I'm saying? So if he lose this game to Kansas City, hey, your days are numbered in Buffalo, buddy.
It was on him. Yeah. I thought myself that on Sunday they were very conservative in the second half.
For sure.
I mean, he threw for 125 yards. That's it.
Yeah.
And I don't want to hear about the field because Lamar went right down the field at the end and put the ball all over the place.
Yeah.
So I don't want to hear about the field. He played that game. He played the clock instead of playing the opponent.
He did.
And he almost lost.
Well, but he almost lost. Well, he didn't almost. They almost tied. But Buffalo was going to have the ball with about how about
if Andrews doesn't fumble at midfield at 24-19 when they're behind?
Well, I mean, all of that. There's always those kind of plays, right? But what I'm saying is, they couldn't have won the game. So if you're McDermott, he's playing. Even if they tie, you get the ball last.
Okay.
With Josh.
I agree. They probably should. You're right.
Yeah.
But at 21-10 at half.
Facts. The Ravens will not promise that damn game. So they can stop talking about that. You know what I'm saying? For real, man. But dude, like, I really want to know, do y'all think the Kansas City Chiefs can actually really go out there and three-peat? Is it possible? Is it really possible? Is it possible? So for that to happen, a lot of things have to come into play. Patrick Mahomes has to be damn near perfect. Travis Kelce has to be back to his normal self because this dude has been looking like deer in the headlights all year. And it's like, yeah, Noah Gray has kind of stepped up. You know what I'm saying? But Travis Kelce and him and Mahomes are kind of on the same page. A alike, B alike, C alike. You know what I'm saying? We all know this. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, Patrick Mahomes is still going to be there. Travis Kelce is pondering retirement after the season. I think if they three-peat, Travis Kelce he might walk away in the sunset. He might just walk away. We might just see him walking away. We might. But can the Kansas City Chiefs three-peat? That is the main thing. That is the main topic. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. Till next time, make sure you hit that subscribe button, man. We got a lot of streaming going on. You know what I'm saying? We're going to be doing a lot of streaming. Strictly football talk. You know what I'm saying? Hit that subscribe button. We going up 2025. Till next time, it's the homie Hood Legend. I'm out of here, man.